Hi, folks. I hope I'm with you. Let me just find you. Okay. Hi, everybody. If you can't hear me, then Jody or Now King from Othaka or Martin, tell me if you can't hear me, or type that you can hear me, or Amy or Amanda or Sarah, one of you guys. Hey, Jessica. Hi, Emily. Hi, Chris. Jillian in Whitby. Jessica says loud and clear. I can always rely on you, Jessica. Brian from Plymouth. Plymouth, MA. Is that Minnesota or Maine? Andrew, I can hear. Great. Masayo, I can hear. Good. I seem to be coming through loud and clear. Hey, Handy. Natasha. Great. Hi, Stuart from Melbourne. Can hear you loud and clear, says Sarah. Matt is 30 minutes from Forest Hills in New York. Oh, I'd like to be there, Matt. I'd like to be in New York. And Sarah's in Nottingham. Sarah, can you hear me in Nottingham? All right. So today, I'm hoping that there are some younger members of our community with us. Is there anybody under the age of 20 who is watching today? Oh, Camden's watching. Okay. I know Camden. Oh, he is probably going to be our youngest person watching today. Camden's 5. Let's see, anybody else watching who's young? Frédéric, qu'est-ce que tu bois? What am I drinking? Mine's, well, it's a little bit early for a drinky drink. But no, I would take a nice glass of red just as soon as the meditation's done. Winnie's watching. Winnie's 8. Kim's 24. You are close enough, Kim. Kim Casisa. Lauren Black, who's 18, she's watching. Stephen 47. Stephen, you are just coming up to the correct age. Champy's in Mexico City. My son Aiden is listening. He's 20. Ethan Doherty, 20 and 21. What does that mean? Does that mean that's my nephew, 20 and 20. How can you be 20 and 21? Cecilia says, should the oldest go away? Certainly not. This is access all ages today. I am one very long year old, says Kyle. Well, I don't think that's Kyle that's saying that, but my cat is watching and she's 3. Does that count? Yeah. Good. Oh my goodness, even Neil Robertson, our young manager in Victoria, Australia is watching. All right, okay, Ethan's watching with a pal. I get it now. 20 and 21. My cat is 5, says Julie. Kira is listening, 6 months. Tony's 34, not counting school years. What? How do you not count school years? Devin's 19 from Texas, Austin, Texas. There's lots of cats listening today. Yeah, lots. Yeah, Neil Robertson. Yes, I appreciate it. It's the evening. Okay, right. We better get going because I don't want Neil to fall asleep because it's nighttime out in Australasia and in Taiwan and Hong Kong and Singapore. I want to go back to those places. There's a 3-year-old whippet here. It says Albert. I wonder what the whippet is called. Yeah, lots of cats. Cats love to meditate, says Julie. And Sachi's in Tokyo. It must be quite late. Michael McDonald's here again. It's good to see you again, Michael. Helen and Karen and Anna. Anna. All right. Let's do it. Let's do something. So, oh yeah, and there's a birthday. I know that somebody wanted to wish Mallory a happy birthday. Mallory's been working in healthcare. She's been healing people since all this stuff started. So I hope you're not too tired, Mallory, and I hope maybe you get the chance to come and meditate with us sometime. But I know, I get it that you guys are hard at work. I'd just like to say that, you know, underneath the surface, some of the members of Bell and Sebastian are working quite hard for your future delectation. Is that the right word? Delectation. Well, you know, we're scheming away and we're writing and we're getting things together, mixing music for you. It can be done, even though we can't come to see you right now. So, well, I'm going to aim this at the younger people amongst you. But the funny thing is, when I was thinking about today's class, I realized that when you are preparing to talk to younger people, not only is it advisable to talk clearly, maybe a little bit more loud and a little bit slower, but you should really be very clear about what you want to say. And that's no bad thing. And that's hopefully good for the adults too, because it helps us maybe think about why we're meditating, what we want to get out of it, why we're here. A bigger question, why we're here. Life. Why are we here? I always like to think about those things. I don't like to shy away from it. And the events of the last 3 months, 4 months maybe have caused us to stop and think why we're here and what the important things are. And maybe you think, well, why are we meditating? Life is short. Come on, let's get on with it. I don't want to sit and do nothing. Well, can I tell you something? Meditation isn't nothing. It's something. And it's not a punishment. You know, if you're young, you probably think, wow, if I've got to sit and think about nothing, just sit. That seems like a punishment. That seems like what happens when you do something at school and you get sent behind the blackboard or sent outside. I don't know if they still send you outside. They did worse things to us when we were young kids. I'm not going to go into that. But you know what? It is, meditation is something. It's a way, it's a sneaky way of actually feeling better. Because, you know, sometimes if you've had a rough day, and we all have a rough day, you know, or even just a day where you feel sad, where you just, something happens, you're at school, you just suddenly feel sad and you think this is rubbish. And even if you can't explain it, well, you know, how do you turn that around? Usually what happens is you you wait a while and maybe buy. I'm going to sneeze. That's why I always have a handkerchief, kids. Ugh. Yeah, maybe by the time the evening comes and there's a TV program you really want to watch, and maybe you feel better by then, but that's a long time to wait. That's a long time to feel rubbish. And especially maybe if something happens to you at school, somebody's kind of nasty to you, or you have a row with your mum, or these kind of things, or you just one of your favorite, your phone breaks or something. Rubbish things, they just happen to you. So like I said, meditation can be a quick way of turning your mood around and to actually feel a bit better. It's a scientific way to change your mind. And that's really handy if you think about it. I think possibly we think that sometimes we really can't control the way we feel, or we can't control what's going on in our mind half the time. But meditation is a way of controlling things, slowing things down, changing your mind, feeling a bit better. And as I always tell people that come to these sort of classes, that if you can change your mind for the better, if you can be in a better mood, it's great for everyone. It's great for your mom and dad. It's great if you've got any brothers and sisters. It's great for them. It's great for granny, grandpa if you see them. It's great for your pals when you finally get to see them again. When my kids are in a good mood and it's kind of peaceful around the house, me and my wife, we just, it makes us so happy. Everything's better. So it's all good. And this also, when you maybe, you might feel down about something, you might feel angry about something, you might feel confused about something. Well, this is a good time to give your brain a little, do you know what that means? A little time out. And it means you don't have to wait until you go to sleep. You can have a little break anytime. Okay, so I talk a lot. I maybe talk a bit too much, but I kind of sing for a living, but I do talk a lot too. So we're going to do a little bit of meditation. I'm not too long, because I guess for some of you this might be your first time, and I'm going to make it real simple, and I'm going to keep talking. I'm going to keep guiding you, just like a storyteller or something. So I want you just to sit comfortably, but with a straight back, if you can. Let me just pull the shade down. I'm getting a little bit warm. That's better. That's much better. So sit with a straight back and close your eyes. Now, I'm not going to hypnotize you or anything. I'm just going to guide you along and help you meditate. So as you close your eyes, just let everything that was happening during the day, just let everything in your head, just let it all slip away. Just let it feel like it's all that stuff, all that busyness is just trickling down from your head to your toes. And suddenly it should feel a little bit peaceful wherever you are. I hope it does. Just think about your shoulders for a second. Just let them relax. Let them just relax and fall away from your ears. And think about your face for a minute. Let's just uncrumple your face. Make your forehead flat. And your eyes relax. Now, do you notice now that you are actually breathing? At least I hope you're breathing. Now, where does the air come in and out? For most of you, it will be through your nose. And all I want you to do is to notice your breath. Just watch it in your mind. Imagine the air coming in through your nose and going out again a little bit warmer. You don't have to change the way that you're breathing. Just notice it coming in and out. So let's all do that for a minute or so. And if your mind starts to wander, that's okay. But just come back for a minute and think about your breath again. And don't worry if your mind is still hopping about a little bit. That's natural. But let's just keep practicing a bit. Bring your thoughts back to your breath, to the air as it goes in to your nose and out again. And hopefully, your mind is starting to feel a little bit more peaceful. And now that we're here, let's just feel a little bit thankful for all the things that we have, all the things that we appreciate. Because it's very powerful that we're all sitting here together. So just in our heads, let's say thank you very much to your mum or your dad, or your mum or your dad, or maybe your mum and your mum, or your dad and your dad. let's be thankful as well to all the people that have been working all through this time, making sure that our food doesn't run out, making sure we still have running water and electricity, looking after us if we get sick. Let's just for a minute, let's just think about all the folks that we usually don't think about. You know, even our politicians and the people that work in the council, and sometimes we read bad things about them, but most of them are just trying to help. And somebody's got to do it. And finally, let's just say a little thank you to all the people who have been out demonstrating recently and standing up for people's rights. Even if we didn't manage to go on these demonstrations ourselves, let's be thankful that some people are brave and they can do that for us. So let's dedicate the time that we've had together, dedicate it to your own health and happiness, and to the health and the happiness of all the people you know round about you. Let's wish for that, and I wish it for you too. Now, in your own time, and if you feel like it, you can open your eyes and you can slowly come out of meditation. If you want to keep your eyes closed for a few minutes more, you're welcome to. But thank you so much for coming to meditate today, especially if it's your first time. And I'm not just saying thank you, give yourself a pat on the back. I'm actually saying thank you because I enjoy meditating with you so much. It always seems to be, I try to meditate during the week, and it seems to be best when I meditate with you. So I'm very thankful that people are here. It's 2:00 in Britain at the minute, also in Portugal and Iceland and maybe even South Africa. But so it's 2:00 just now. That means that officially the class is over, because I usually just go for half an hour. So you're welcome if this is your first time, or you feel like that's you're done, you're okay, you're good. I'm going to talk for just a few minutes more, because there was some things that I thought to say to you. I thought it maybe just tell you a little bit about Buddhism, because the reason I meditate is because I go to a Buddhist class, and we learn about Buddhism while we're meditating, and we think about it and we talk about things. And at the very least, this thing called Buddhism is an amazing philosophy. A lot of people think it's much more than just a philosophy, but it's if we're just starting out, then it's good to think about it like a philosophy, almost like a scientific method to improving our minds. And let's face it, our minds are everything. So really, if we improve our minds, then we're just going to be much happier, and we're going to have a better life. Some of the things that we learn in the Buddhist class, I'm really happy to pass on to you some of the things that I think about. Some of them might seem obvious, but there's no harm in saying them again and again, that every human life, every life is so precious. And your life is so precious. I know you know that. I know you feel that from time to time, but it's good to think about it, because it should make you want to spend your time carefully and to enjoy yourself and not waste time. Not waste time being bored. If you can, get out there and do stuff, good stuff. The other thing is, every human life is precious, and we think about ourselves an awful lot during the day. If you think about it, we get up in the morning and we think, well, I want this. I want my breakfast. I want to watch TV. I don't want to go to school. I don't want to clear up after myself. I want to do this. And really, we think about ourselves an awful lot. But if you haven't noticed, there's 7 billion people on this planet. And that's just this planet. But let's just stick to this planet for the minute. There's 7 billion people. and every one of them is as important as you are. If you think about it, we're all, who says one person's any more important than the other? You know, they're not. You know, some people, you got the prime minister, you've got the president of the United States. Okay, they've got important jobs, but really, as people, they're no more important as you. And all the people in faraway places like Africa and Asia, South America, we're all equal. We're all just as important as each other. And the funny thing about that is there's just one of you and there's 7 billion of the other people. So really, if you add it up, even if your maths is terrible, it does mean that, the other people are really more important, altogether. So that's just one way of thinking about it, thinking about other people. You're important, but everybody is important. So it's interesting. It's good to look out for other people. It's good to be aware of other people. It's good to like other people. It's so important. It's probably the most important thing that you will do in your life. Even though if you're young and you're thinking about school and learning and passing exams and maybe getting a girlfriend or getting a boyfriend, thinking ahead about getting a job, what you're going to do in the summer, all that stuff. But really, almost the most important thing happens when you're not even thinking about it. And that's your relationship with other people, how you think about them and how you act towards them and how you talk to them. It's so important. And it's so nice, if you think about it, you know what it's like sometimes when you think about, your mom or your dad or something, and maybe you go up to them and you give them a hug and you just say, I hope you're feeling good, or you tell them you love them or something. That can really make their day. It might seem like a small thing, but that can be the best thing that happens to them that day. So that sort of stuff is really important. And if we can look around and think, the guy that's coming with our groceries, or just the girl on that bike over there, they're actually just as important as our mom or our dad or our sister and brother. It's a good way of thinking about it. Also, can I just say that if you are thinking about, getting into this a little bit, another thing that we often learn or we often think about is that meditation is not magic. It's not like me trying to put a spell on you. I mean, this is all you. You're doing this to yourself. And it's just like learning, it's like if you want to become good at football, you need to go out and practice football. If you want to be good at meditation, and if you want to have a peaceful mind, then it's good to practice it. But also everything that you maybe hear about meditation or about Buddhism, in fact, about these things that I'm talking about, you can just think about it. You can try it out for yourself. You don't actually have to believe anything I say. You can just think, well, do I think that? Do I believe that? Just try it out for yourself. I hope that maybe during the meditation today, you felt a little bit more peaceful, and that maybe afterwards you might feel a little bit happier. And if you did, then let's try it again sometime. Let's do it again sometime, and we can get better at it. Okay, well, I could go on. Like I said, I like to talk, but I'm going to save some of the stuff for next week. If you've hung in right to the end, and you're one of the younger people, then thank you so much for coming to listen. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. If you're way out east, then I hope you have a good night. If you're somewhere in the middle, then enjoy the rest of your day. If you're in the Americas and you just woke up, then this is a good start to the day. Have a great one, and I'll be here next week at the same time. And maybe try a little bit of meditation. Try it through the week as well, and you'll get a wee bit better at it. Okay, bye for now.